Hello, welcome to next. In this session, we will solve GATE 2012 chemical engineering paper. We will solve only the fluid mechanics and thermodynamics part. Question number 6 is as per sequence in question paper. Question number 6 is in a throttling process, the pressure of an ideal gas reduces by 50%. If Cp and Cv are the heat capacities at constant pressure and at constant volume respectively, gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. The specific volume will change by a factor of option A 2, option B 2 raised to power 1 by gamma, option C 2 gamma minus 1 by gamma, and option D 0.5. So for an ideal gas, the throttling process is an isothalpic process, and isothalpic process is a constant temperature process. Okay, because enthalpy in a ideal gas is given by Cp into T, and change enthalpy will be Cp delta T. Okay, so temperature will remain same during isothalpic process for ideal gas. So using state equation, P1 V1 by T1 should be equal to P2 V2 by T2, and T1 is equal to T2. So P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, and as the pressure reduces by 50%, so this P2 is 0.5 P1. Okay, so putting this value, we have V1 by V2 as 0.5 and V2 by V1 as 2. So answer is option A. Next, if the temperature of saturated water is increased infinitesimally at constant entropy, the resulting state of water will be option A liquid, option B liquid vapor coexistence, option C saturated vapor, option D solid. So this is your TS diagram, and this is the DOM. This is your saturated vapor condition, and when the temperature is increased, this is represented by this dotted line. Okay, so the saturated liquid changes into liquid. So answer is option A. Next, in a parallel flow heat exchanger operating under steady state, hot liquid enters at a temperature T in, Tn in, and leaves at a Th in, and leaves at a temperature Th out. Cold fluid enters at a temperature Tc in and leaves at a temperature Tc out. Neglect any loss from the heat exchange to the surrounding. If Th in is very large as compared to Tc in, then for given time interval, which one of the following is true? Option A, entropy gained by cold stream is greater than the entropy lost by hot stream. Option B, entropy gained by cold stream is equal to entropy lost by hot stream. Option C, entropy gained by cold stream is less than entropy lost by hot stream. Option D, entropy gained by cold stream is 0. So in case of any process, in any process, the entropy gained by cold stream, in this process, or entropy gained by system and entropy lost by hot stream or surrounding. So this is system and this is surrounding, should be equal to entropy change of universe, and entropy change of universe is positive for an irreversible process. Okay, as the temperature difference exists in the parallel flow, because there are T in and T out, and cold and hot both. So the process is reversible, which means the entropy change of the universe should be positive. So as heat is gained by cold stream, so entropy change is positive for cold stream and entropy change is negative for hot stream. So this is positive. So entropy gained by a cold stream is greater than entropy lost by hot stream. Okay, so to make it positive. So answer is option A. Okay, next, water is flowing under laminar conditions in a pipe of length L. If diameter of pipe is doubled For a constant volumetric flow rate, the pressure drop across the pipe. Option A decreases 2 times, option B decreases 16 times, option C increases 2 times, option D increases 16 times. So pressure at loss is given by 4FL B square by D into 2G, okay, in a pipe. F is your coefficient of friction, B velocity, L length, D diameter, and rho density, mu viscosity. Okay. For a laminar flow, the coefficient of friction is given as 16 by Re. So it is 16 by the number is rho by mu. Okay. And F is 16 by rho into mu. And putting here the value of F, so that is 64 mu divided by rho into L B square divided by D into 2G. Okay. So now this V and V square can cancel out, so only left thing is V. Okay. Now Q is suppose Q is your volumetric flow rate, and then Q is your A into V, and V is your Q by pi by 4D scale. So the area is this. So in terms of Q, we have 64 mu HF, we have 64 mu LQ divided by pi by 4. Here D scale is here. So D will be D4 rho 2G. Okay. Now it is given that for a constant volume fluid, so it means Q is constant and fluid is also same. Rho is constant, G is constant, L is constant, fluid is same, that's why mu is same. So the HF is equal to D4, or we can say pressure drop is also pressure drop is rho G HF, and so pressure drop is also directly proportional to 1 by D4. Okay. So when the diameter is doubled, the pressure drop becomes delta P1. So it will be directly proportional to 1 by 2 D4. Okay. So ratio of delta P by delta P1 is equal to 4. So answer is 16 P1. So delta P decreases by 16 times, answer is B. Okay. Local, question number 11. The local velocity of a fluid along a streamline can be measured by option A Peter tube, option B ventimeter, option C rotameter, option D auric meter. Answer is Peter tube. Next, for uniform laminar flow in X direction, past a flat plate at high Reynolds number, the local boundary layer thickness varies with the distance along the plane as delta is directly proportional to X raised to 1 by 4, B delta is directly proportional to X raised to 1 by 2, C delta is directly proportional to X 1 by 2, D delta is directly proportional to X. From Black's equation we have delta by delta is boundary layer thickness, and X is distance of plate from the distance of the fluid to the edge of the plate, and Rex is Reynolds number at that point. From Black's equation we have delta by X is equal to pi by root Rex, and Rex is rho Vx by mu. So these are constant, rho V and mu are constant, so X will be directly equal to root X. So answer is option C.